Guys, how you doing there? Welcome to the crazy place here. I don't know whether this is a tree or a mouse trap for people. This tree is split down here and starting to come over. This is a dead ash. That's a dead ash that I just cut up. I started cutting. I said, well, maybe you guys would like to come along for the crash. See, it's already split and it's leaning against that up there. This ash tree here is dead. So I'm going to cut it and hope to be to this side and have that one come down at the same time and have a nice bonfire this afternoon. They're both dead. That one got struck by lightning years and years ago. This tree over here got struck by lightning. There was another tree, big tree here, that didn't get struck by lightning but blew over in a storm. There's another tree, if you can see it over there, that was struck by lightning. Lightning seems to hit here quite a bit, but I guess that's the way it is. Well, stand back. I don't know whether this is going to be a tree or a trap. So I don't know whether I'm a helper or the helpee. I might have a camera person over here if I get lucky. Oh, it looked like. And just in case, I'll put more eyewear on than normal, or more headgear on than normal. I will be using my baby saw today. It's a MS201 TC. It's all right. It's not as nice as the 200T, but it should get it down. My plan is to cut the limb off of the one, and then hopefully it'll drop. Can you see the helmet on here? Might want to hit me in the head. Let's see if this thing will start. It's already warmed up because I cut that other little tree. take too long. I thought about bringing the chipper up, but it's probably just faster. Probably just about as faster to just cut it up. It's just going right down there in the burn pile. We're gonna have a bonfire, so there wasn't any point. One little injury. It looks bad, but it's just a little nick. When I picked that one big log up, a branch underneath caught me, and it was just a little branch underneath that. So I have a first aid kit, gonna have to clean it up. Anyhow, that's about it. We're about ready to have a big bonfire. And then been working on the sawmill and seem to be going backwards as usual on that. I'll probably take it down later for a video on that, but I don't know exactly when it'll come in. So what are we at time-wise? Hard to read.
13.
Only at 13 minutes? I cut that all up in 13? I couldn't have cut all that up in 13 minutes. I'm just not that fast. I cut all that up in 13 minutes. I don't think I could have got the tractor out, put the gear to hook the chipper up and bring it up in 13 minutes. So, listen to a big truck go up the road. Real big truck. Anyhow, I'm glad you stopped by. I'll show you the next one that's going to be a challenge. Seeing we're only at 13 minutes, I got to get a towel from my finger or something here. Take off my hat. I'm telling you, this is only a little nick. Won't even hardly slow me down. It was a dig out. And I keep a first aid kit here just for fun occasions. Of course, you don't want to clean it up, because if you were to clean it up, that would be against the rules. And then we'll walk you back and show you the next problematic tree. That was kind of a problematic. It didn't turn out too bad as far as getting it down. Oh, this is a crappy Band-Aid. But it'll maybe keep some of the dirt in. If I put this on, it might keep some of that dirt in. All right, I'm good to go now. If you don't bleed, you didn't do it good enough. So we'll take it back and show you the next one that I got to take down. And when I get back, I expect all this to be cleaned up, dear. You want to get the loppers, and I'll help you lopper this and bring your wheelbarrow up. And we're going to have a bonfire. Of course, we had a bonfire till the rain came in a couple days ago. That's at one of those other trees that got hit by lightning, knocked the top out of it, and should have cut it down. That's nothing but a nuisance now. Should have cut it down when it didn't have those big limbs on it up there. It's hard to imagine. I didn't have a leaf on the driveway yesterday. It's been stormy up here. That's where it came down the ground quite a few years ago. Big limb up there came down. That was a video, I don't know how many years ago. I brought up that 544 and picked that whole limb up. It reached from that tree all the way up and bent the gutters on here, knocked a bunch of the fence down here. Trees is hard to keep up with nowadays. That's where it crashed the fence there. Video about a year or better ago. I don't know, I'd have to go back and see. I took this section of fence down because there was that ash tree that didn't want to come down, but I finally got it down. Here's the one that's problematic next. It's hung up in the, it's a cherry tree hung up into that limb pretty good. Let's see if we can zoom you in. You might pull it out. Who knows how many years before it decides to rot to the point where it's going to come down. It looks like it hit a squirrel's nest up there. I've been getting rid of squirrels. I'm up to, I think, 12 now. But you can see that it's here. What's kind of problematic about it, besides it's hung up there, don't know when it's going to come down, I got a fence here. So I think if I just pull this section, I think you're all zoomed back out. No. If I just take this top section off, which is already bent and messed up in that area, and just undo that one line holding it there, I can just let that tree drop. Once I drop that there, I think it'll it'll move, and if it doesn't, I'll just bring the machine up and push it back until it comes out of the tree, or maybe I'll bring the winch up and sit way over there with the winch cable. I could sit over, I think I'll do that. Further away you are, the better you are. So I'm gonna take the fence down. I might do that today because it's kind of raining. They're calling for more rain today. It's rained the last 3 days. We're supposed to go get that conveyor today, but we're not going to pull it on a wet day. We're going to pull it on a dry, sunny day, which the weatherman said Monday was going to be that way, so we planned for Tuesday. Then Tuesday was going to be that way, and then they planned for Wednesday, and then and here it is Wednesday, and it's raining. You know, anyhow, this is I like cherry trees. They make good fires. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the fence down, go get the winch, hook the winch on there, cut it, and then just pull it back until it drops. So that's going to be the next mousetrap video. I got another one down there I've showed you in the past. I guess you can see it through the woods. I don't know. It's at an angle down there. Let me see if I can zoom in. I can't really see it in the pew viner. It's right there though. It's at an angle. We've been down there. I've showed it in the past videos, so I'm not going to walk down there and make this any more boring than it is. Leaves are pretty. I'd say we're at the peak right now. Maybe 15 minutes past the peak. There's another one. See the one there that's bowed? That's broke off at the top. That needs to come down too. That's just in this area. Been working on the blower. While you're here, and we ain't at 30 minutes, because you know I go out in 30 minutes. Been working on the blower. I think as far as working, it's good. I haven't, I think what I'm going to do is switch that 16-inch inlet down to a 12-inch, and look for a hose that I can put in there. I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I've got all this done. The keys had to be cut, and it had to be lined up, and all that kind of stuff. I painted the shaft. It was pretty silver, but it rusts so fast. So everything's in and line. I got to give it a try. So that's in the agenda for today. I was working on the #1 sawmill last night till late, and found out I did a big screw up on that down there. So I got to work on that, which that's going to be a big job before I can saw a log. Gotta always finding something. I spent about maybe hour and a half, 2 hours adjusting the belts, trying to get them the way I wanted them, and I'm still not real happy with them. I don't know, it's just the way it is. There were belts that I just made for it. They seem to be pretty grabby, and the recede belt drives too much. I didn't have a leaf on here yesterday. I did the leaf vacuumed all these up. Might have to. I'm not going to run the leaf vac on these leaves while they're real wet. Then they're too heavy to move. It takes more horsepower, more energy. You got to go slower. It's just nothing good about it. So I'll let them dry. Yesterday's were wet. That's why I learned you don't want to mess with wet leaves. So anyhow, that's it for this one. Showed you the next one that I'm going to probably tackle after we get this mess cleaned up. Hit the like button, subscribe button, and the bell if you want to see the next episode. We'll see you later now. Bye-bye.